Hey guys, Ronan Will. We're back with another painting video actually for Star Wars Shatterpoint. This time we are looking at the classic Battle Droid. These guys come in the starter set just like the 501st. They, unlike the 501st, come in a set of six. So 3 per base. They actually are slightly larger. So this first one, I kind of did some testing with what was that? That was Desert Yellow. You can see how off the coloring is. I base coated, or I primed all of these guys in the it's skeleton bone. There's a primer from Army Painter that is skeleton bone coloring. So this first guy, I was testing something out. I wanted to see how this looked on him versus the skeleton bone, and honestly, you see how dark it is there? It is actually super dark compared to the other. And going back and looking through the cartoons and the comics and everything, what these guys are based off of, I found that the skeleton bone is actually the better option. So I wasted about 20 minutes just putting down a base coat of this paint. Well, not 20 minutes, maybe about 5. These guys are pretty much just like the clones, where the base coat is just going to be one solid color. In this case, it is literally just going to be a well, in this guy's case, it's going to be Desert Yellow, which I end up going back over at the highlights and repainting him to be skeleton bone, just like the other ones you will see later on in this video. So just like always, there's some lore facts and stories and stuff we can go over about these guys. They started with the Trade Federation. That they were not originally military units. They were meant as security droids to help protect their ships and maintain whatever needs to be maintained. It's at this point, by the way, where I make a decision to switch to a different color, which, there we go. That's the skeleton bone. So yeah, my skeleton bone is pretty empty, as far as like been sitting there for a while. So I'm gonna do a quick skeleton bone over this guy. Again, it's more just to catch all the areas that may not have had a nice coating from the primer. And so you'll see there's 3 different poses for these guys. Between the one that I ended up initially starting with and this one, you'll see 2 of the 3, and then the third one will be on the stand at the end. So yeah, so these guys have been around since before the Clone Wars. They were the main units for the CIS, separatist movement, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, even doing a fresh coat of this skeleton bone still seems to be like a lighter color than the primer that I used. I don't know if that's just because my paint is old, or if it's just maybe I didn't get a thick enough primer on there, so it still has some of the gray shining through. But this is the main reason why all my guys, if I prime them in a certain color, sometimes the brushes still shade a little bit, or that looked kind of low, so it could have actually been a cat hair. So that between paint around, animals. Anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah, so these guys were before the Clone Wars. You probably remember them in Episode 1, Phantom Menace. These are actually Michelle's favorite Star Wars characters, but not the original versions. The original versions, kind of, sort of, but she loves the ones from the animated series, the Clone Wars. The ones that are kind of like the ditzy, comic relief guys. But in canon, they actually explain why that is. The reason that they're so kind of jokester type guys is because of their programming being recycled constantly. So they start developing some quirks. In the Star Wars universe, most droids, if they don't get, I believe it's like once every couple of years, memory wipes and all that, they start developing weird personalities, or unique personalities, which in some cases are viewed as bad. But yeah, so that's that. Next we're moving on to just the strong tone. I thought we used soft tone on that. Oh well. Yeah, and this is when, after I do this whole thing, I officially decide that it's not going to be desert yellow. It's going to be strong tone. It's going to be skeleton bone. There's something else with this guy. You'll notice I did not color the blaster. I was trying a different technique. I ended up not liking it once I finished painting him, or once I finished this part of him, because it resulted in me having to redo the blaster 3 times. So just off on the side here, I'm just finishing up, just kind of trying to touch it real quick and get all those notes or strong tone. Basically, I'm trying to remove strong tone from any areas that may result in things coverage. It's hard to explain, but strong tone or any of the toners are a wash. They kind of operate almost like a plastic. What I mean by that is you can essentially, you'll get a shine if you put it on too thick. This weird film over your entire bottle if you put it too thick. So real quick, I'm using just a bit of gunmetal on the blaster here, just to get it that nice dark blaster, Star Wars blaster style. I'm not adding any of the distinguishing marks on these guys until the very end, just because I find that if I'm going to be painting them to have red shoulders or any uniqueness to them, I usually like to hold that off till the very end, so if I want, I can put it on and then pull it back, which I end up doing in this with these guys. So to show that they've been kind of in battle for a while now, their paint is kind of chipping and coming off. But again, I am really moving a little bit too far into discussing this, but when we're not even up to that point yet. So I'm just doing a few touch-ups right now, just trying to clean up those fingers and toes and everything that gray gunmetal ended up getting onto. Once that's done, go back to this guy, just again, a few touch-ups. push-ups because they're holding their blasters very close to them, which makes it kind of hard to get in there with such a big brush. I usually like to use Insane Detail Brush, or I think the other one's called Extreme Detail Brush by Army Painter. Either way, I like to use both of those instead of, yeah, you can see I'm still trying to remove the dark tone, strong tone from the openings. And now I do a quick coating on here. This stuff pulls into like the darker spots. I know technically you can also go through this with a smaller brush and just do all the edges or the creases. I do not have the patience for it. And when I first started working on these, I did not have the time. So, and you'll see Michelle kind of does the same thing where she'll do a full coating of the model with the toner. And sometimes, honestly, I know she likes to leave the toner fairly thick, and it does give a fun little comic style almost. You get these dramatic highlights and dark tones, cell shading, which I do enjoy. But for these guys, I was originally thinking of trying to go more action, which is what all this armor is basically completely painted after I did the dark tone on this. But I think, especially since more models came out, I have a bunch more models to paint now. They look a lot more cartoony, so I think I'm going to stick with like the animated series style of shading. So again, very much cartoony. You're not going to get those subtle shade differences. And then, like I had been saying, or maybe I didn't say in the previous episodes, I don't know, I also forgot, I'm painting on camera right now. But these guys are basically going to, they're not the ones that need like super detail. That's going to be the final guys, what were they? That's going to be their like heroes and stuff. So all the generic guys that just have generic names or whatnot are going to be quick, simple, no highlights, nothing too insane. It's like a background character. Where the rest of them are going to have a lot more different layers, subtleties, all of that fun stuff. Alright, so this is the highlight. So this is about a day later. I had to come back. It was so humid the other day that when I went to go paint these guys, I had to wait and wait and wait. As you can see, I'm still trying to get used to painting again. So these guys are a little rougher than I would care for. But I think in the end it all turned out pretty well. Here's a different shot. So the camera had died halfway through painting the lake. So I had to switch out the camera and get it all rearranged, reorganized. So some other things with the that the droids started having their quirks and stuff. They were all pretty much just generic. They could be sarcastic or whatever, even in movies, but the Clone Wars TV show was where they finally got a chance to show their ridiculousness and their personalities. So right now, what we're doing is going over most of the flat surfaces that you'll see. Those highlights. These guys are very spread out, and one of the things that I do not care for with most of the CIS units are they're all spindly. So you get these weird, you try to do highlight coats, you try to do subtlety. They're so spindly, they're so fragile sometimes. The new one that I just got in was the General Grievous set. It comes with General Grievous, a tactical battle droid, and 2 super battle droids, or 2 sets of 4 battle droids, super battle droids all together, but it's 2 stands. Anyway, and let me tell you, Grievous, he broke off his legs 6 times between glue trying to solidify and him being so top heavy. It was a nightmare. But that's all of these battle droids. I noticed kind of a pattern of having a difficult time keeping them standing together. Mostly because of that. Because I think if I would have glued the legs down first onto the base and worked my way up, it wouldn't be too bad. I know next time there will be some more of the battle droids that might be my strategy, is start from the feet up. And let everything completely dry before moving on to the next step. So, we'll see though. I'll probably forget by the next wave of battle droids that come out. This isn't the insane detail brush, this is the extreme detail brush. So, the insane detail brush is so much smaller. Anyway, this part actually took a long time. It's still a 15-minute or a 10-minute section in here. It took a couple of hours to get this done. And just remember, I had to do 6 of these areas. So the first 5, I was experimenting with trying to figure out if I want thick coats, if I want more of the subtlety dark toners, what I wanted to do. I ended up finally just coming to this conclusion where I'm just going to try to keep this all in pieces, but in truth, most of it is just going to be that the bones. Going underneath, so any place that would be shaded from his arms or whatever, I'm not really doing as much coloring in, and that's just to help give some of that dark tone legitimacy, because my first one that I painted. Can you not rub up against that? Okay. The first one I did with this I kind of went overboard with the highlights, and then it was just kind of a waste. So, the nice thing is by having very little paint on the brush when doing those heads, the eyes still kind of pop a little bit, which is nice because they're actually sunk in. I decided that at this point I was going to avoid doing his front arm in skeleton bone, because everyone, and you'll see when I in the final glamour shots, that every one of those guys are going to be slightly different, like markings. So I mixed some gunmetal and I believe it was necromantic cloak, or just dark, like a black, to darken up the gun a little bit. So that red is just pure red, and this is where I started doing some of the highlights of like different paint jobs for these guys. So just like how the clones all customize their armors, I kind of like the idea of like the droids developing that weird personality quirk. So they were all required to have like red on them to mark them as being part of the same platoon, but they all like put different sections of red on themselves. So this one has like the red arm, I did upper leg red. We'll see. I don't need to go crazy and explain it. So, in the old Battlefront game, I don't know about the newer ones. I'm not gonna lie, ever since EA took over, I have not cared for Star Wars Battlefront games, so I haven't played I just wanted to show that basically a red diaper on him. But anyway, the old ones, the CIS, of course, was made majority of these guys. So, like, you had different variants. You had a rocket launcher guy, you had snipers. I think that would be fun if they actually bring that out into. I'm dropping it again. I think that would be fun if they bring that into this game. I look forward to like some other versions of these guys eventually coming out. I kind of liked having the half leg, so I do a little. Do I even do a little bit more on here? No, I don't. The sad part is I literally just painted him like maybe 10 minutes ago, and I right now cannot remember what I did with him. Just a little bit of red, and then I paint his two little antenna thingies red on the back there, and that is it for the red. However, I want to make it look like he's been in battle for a little while. So what I do is I get some more skeleton bone and I dry brush it on. The first two, after I even took off most of the dry brushing, still came on a little thick, so I ended up pulling more off, which is why I use my fingers to remove that paint. And just trying to put a little bit of like wear and tear onto these paint spots. You don't have to do that. You could honestly just leave them base. As you can see, I also left his little antenna fine. But this is him on his squad, with his squad right now. As you can see, each one has a very different, like, red paint job on them, and then the other guys should be... There it is. Alright, so very different paint jobs for these guys. Again, I just kind of like the idea